Hi guys, I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On this channel, we focus on everything early childhood related. And if these are the kind of videos you're looking for, what do you have to do? Subscribe. And not just subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that whenever a new video is being dropped on this channel, you'll be the first person to be notified. Today, I'm going to be talking about holistic development in the area of early childhood education with examples. Yes, today's discussion is going to be all about holistic development in the area of early childhood education with example. Perhaps you've been hearing the word holistic development. What is this all about? Don't go anywhere. I'm going to break it down. So when you hear the word holistic, the other word for holistic is whole approach or a total approach to child development. So holistic development in early childhood is taking a whole approach or a total approach to child development. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. So it means focusing on the overall development of the young child, not singling one part, not just focusing on one aspect of the child development. You're focusing on the overall development of the young child. So to child development, holistic development has to do with the physical, intellectual or cognitive development, language, emotional development, social, spiritual, and cultural development. So when you're now talking about holistic development, it's focusing on all these aspects of child development. You're not just focusing on the physical, the intellectual, or the language. So you're focusing on the overall development of the young child. So now let's start from the physical development. So what is physical development? Physical development is all about the young child being able to use their fingertips, their fine motor skills, and gross motor skills, their whole body. So in relation to physical development is all about the young child being able to use their fingertips, their fine motor skills, through maybe picking up of their toys, through coloring, through cutting out their toys, anything that the child can do with their hands, sorting of colors, sorting of their clothes. So this has to do with the button up, tying their shoelaces, so school bags, their lunch box. So all of this has to do with the young child using their fine motor skills. Now, gross motor skills examples are, for instance, the child is running, kicking ball, hide and seek. So all of this has to do with the young child using their body. They're running around, they're playing hide and seek, they're kicking ball, they're throwing, they're catching, they're walking. All of this has to do with the young child using their whole body. So this is what gross motor skills is all about. So about intellectual or cognitive development, it has to do with the young child being able to use their imagination, young child being able to imagine, to use their brain, problem solve. So this is what intellectual or cognitive development is all about in the area of early childhood. Simple things such as the child questions. Yes, questions such as open-ended questions such as what would you like to do today? The child will have to use their imagination. They would have to think, what do I want to do today? What would you like to have for your lunch? What would you like to play with? So all of this has to do with the young child problem solving, using their imagination. They are sorting out their toys as well. All of this has to do with the young child using their imagination, their thinking. So now let's move on to language development. In relation to language development, it's all about the young child being able to use their words, and not just their words, non-verbal expressions such as smiling, laughing, giggling. All of this has to do with language development as well. You need to understand that in relation to language development, it's not just the child using their words. Yes, the words is important. They need to be able to express themselves using words, but also through their expressions as well, their facial expressions, their posture, communicating, even though they are not using their words. And really understand that non-verbal communication is also important as well. When a child uses a non-verbal communication, they are telling you something. For instance, if a child is frowning their face, there's something going on. You need to be able to investigate. You're not just going to ignore saying, well, it's one of those things. So now let's go to emotional development. It's all about the young child being able to express their emotions, being able to feelings. If they're happy, they can be able to tell you this through their emotion. It doesn't have to be if they're happy, even if they're sad. They should be able to express this, but in a positive way. I'm not happy because Florence took my toy. I'm not happy because Florence does not want to play with me. So the child is still expressing their emotions. They are doing this using what? So now in the next video, I'm going to continue from where I stopped looking at social development in the area of early childhood. And if you want more of this video on this channel, what you have to do, subscribe. Subscription is free. And not just subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that whenever a new video is being dropped on this channel, you'll be the first person to be notified. So this come your way next time. Stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.